Eating slowly and with intention. Japan has one of the lowest obesity rates in the world, not because of extreme diets, but because of simple, everyday habits that quietly change how the body handles hunger and fullness. And those same habits can work anywhere. One of the most powerful Japanese habits is surprisingly simple. They actually take their time when they eat. Meals aren't rushed, grabbed on the go, or eaten while answering emails. They're treated with presence even if the meal is small. And this small shift changes everything. Science backs it up. When you slow down, your brain finally has time to register flavor, texture, and fullness. It takes about 20 minutes for your gut to send the "we're good down here" signal to your brain. When you eat too fast, you blow right past that signal and end up overeating without meaning to. Slower eating also boosts something called sensory-specific satiety. The more attention you give to each bite, the more satisfied your brain feels even with fewer calories. It's the same reason a high-quality chocolate square feels richer than a whole Reese's eaten while distracted. Eating slowly also helps regulate something called cephalic phase digestion, the early stage where your brain signals your digestive organs to prepare for food. When you rush, that phase gets interrupted, and your body doesn't break down nutrients as efficiently. Slowing down isn't just calming. It actually improves digestion and nutrient absorption. Japan naturally reinforces this habit through presentation. Meals are arranged neatly, portions are smaller, and chopsticks require you to take smaller bites. Even their pacing encourages mindfulness. You don't need chopsticks, a bento box, or a serene garden to copy this. Just remove distractions, take smaller bites, chew a bit longer, and put the fork down for a moment between bites. You'll feel full sooner, and your calories drop without you even trying. Hara Hachibu, the 80% full mindset. Another well-documented Japanese principle is called hara hachibu. It simply means eat until you're about 80% full. Not stuffed, not uncomfortable, just satisfied enough. This habit comes from Okinawa, one of the world's famous blue zones, where people routinely live into their hundreds with low rates of chronic disease. And one major reason is this gentle approach to fullness. The science is straightforward. Since your fullness hormones lag behind your eating speed, stopping early gives your hormones time to catch up. This prevents the big insulin spike that follows overeating, the spike that leads to cravings, crashes, and fat storage. Eating to 80% helps your metabolism stay calm, steady, and more responsive. It also stops the familiar clean your plate autopilot most of us grew up with. Instead of listening to the plate, you learn to listen to your body. Over time, you become more aware of real hunger and real fullness, and that skill alone can change everything. You don't need to measure or calculate anything. Just pause midway through your meal. Ask yourself, am I satisfied? If the answer is yes, you're done. Your body will thank you later. Multiple small dishes, balanced as one meal. A traditional Japanese meal doesn't arrive as a giant overloaded plate. It's usually a few small dishes, maybe some rice, a bowl of miso soup, a small protein, a few vegetables, and something pickled. This layout creates a psychological advantage. Variety builds satisfaction. When the brain sees multiple textures and flavors, it feels more content, even with smaller portions. It's like giving your senses a full experience without giving your stomach a full workload. Science calls this variety satisfaction. It helps regulate overeating by giving your brain the stimulation it wants without needing huge amounts of any one food. Smaller dishes also automatically limit portions. A tiny bowl of rice is the default, not a mountain of it. A piece of grilled fish is normal, not a slab that could double as a doorstop. And vegetables aren't an afterthought, and they're a main character. This balanced approach creates steady energy. Carbs, protein, fiber, and micronutrients work together to slow digestion and keep blood sugar stable. That means fewer cravings and more sustained energy throughout the day. There's also something called the visual completion effect. When your brain sees a small bowl that's fully finished, it feels a sense of completion and satisfaction. A large plate that still looks half full can actually make you feel like you didn't eat enough even when you did. You can copy this easily. Use smaller plates, divide your food, and add simple side dishes like greens or soup. You'll feel more satisfied with less food and healthier without the effort. Sugar in small, mindful amounts. Japan eats sugar, but the difference is how they do it. Desserts are smaller, drinks are less sweet, and portions look more like a taste instead of a commitment. The science here is fascinating. When you take in less added sugar, your taste buds become more sensitive to sweetness. Within a few weeks, fruits taste sweeter. Carbs taste richer. You stop needing intense sugar hits to feel satisfied. It's called taste adaptation. Your taste buds adjust to whatever level of sweetness you regularly consume. The more sugar you eat, the more sugar you crave. The less you eat, the more sensitive you become. There's also dopamine to consider. Big sugary foods can overstimulate the reward center in your brain, making you want more and more for the same level of satisfaction. Keeping sugar mild and intentional stops the dopamine roller coaster before it starts. Japan doesn't rely on willpower. They simply make sugar special. A treat, not a lifestyle. It gives you the experience without the addiction. Start small, switch one sugary drink for tea, buy smaller dessert portions, or choose snacks that are lightly sweet instead of ultra-processed. Your cravings will reset faster than you think. Healthy convenience as the default. One of the biggest differences between Japan and many Western countries is the environment. Their convenience stores, which are everywhere, are stocked with balanced meals. Rice bowls with fish, miso soup, tofu dishes, fresh salads, vegetables, seaweed, and fruit. Healthy choices aren't the extra effort choice. They're the default. Behavior scientists call this environmental design. We like to believe we're making conscious decisions, but in truth, we reach for whatever is easiest, fastest, and closest. If unhealthy options surround you, you'll pick them. If healthier ones are within reach, you'll pick those instead. Japan's environment reduces friction. No calorie counting, no guilt, no self-negotiation. Just simple convenience. You can redesign your own environment just as easily. Keep fruit where you can see it. Prep a few healthy meals ahead of time. Don't store junk food where your brain can accidentally find it. Make the better option the faster option. It's not about discipline, it's about removing obstacles, so healthier choices become effortless. Built-in daily movement, neat. Only about 3% of Japanese adults have gym memberships, yet they move more throughout the day than most people who work out regularly. Why? Because their lifestyle is built around natural movement. Walking to train stations, taking stairs, biking to school or work, carrying groceries, and weaving small bursts of activity into everyday life. This constant low-effort movement burns more calories than people realize. It's called NEAT, non-exercise activity thermogenesis, and NEAT can burn hundreds of calories a day without ever breaking a sweat. Another benefit of steady, gentle movement is that it reduces cortisol, your body's primary stress hormone. High cortisol levels can increase appetite and encourage fat storage, especially around the midsection. Even short walking breaks throughout the day help keep cortisol balanced, which supports easier weight loss. It also improves blood sugar control, reduces fat storage, and lowers stress hormones. Even gentle movement keeps your metabolism flexible and responsive. You don't need a treadmill or a gym membership to copy this. Take a 10-minute walk after meals. Park a little farther away. Stand up more often. Add tiny movements into your day. They add up faster than you think. Sometimes the healthiest thing you can do is simply move a little more. Consistent meal timing and hormonal rhythm. Most Japanese families follow a predictable eating rhythm. Breakfast in the morning, lunch around midday, dinner in the early evening. And while it might sound simple, it's powerful. Your hunger hormones, especially ghrelin, run on a schedule. When your meals are predictable, the hormones become predictable too. Cravings drop, energy stabilizes, and emotional snacking becomes less tempting. This rhythm also supports your circadian biology. Your digestive system works best during the day and slows down in the evening. Eating late or skipping meals throws off this rhythm, leading to poor digestion, blood sugar spikes, and nighttime hunger. By eating at consistent times, Japan reduces the chaos. Meals become anchors throughout the day, and your body knows exactly what to expect. You can do the same. Create a simple eating schedule. It doesn't have to be perfect, just predictable. You'll feel the difference quickly. Steadier energy, steadier hunger, and steadier mood. Taste training from early life, and how adults can do it too. In Japan, food education begins early. School lunches are cooked fresh, built around whole foods, and eaten together in a calm setting. Kids grow up tasting vegetables, fish, rice, soups, fermented foods, and lighter seasoning. Their palate develops around real flavors, not processed ones. Science shows that early exposure shapes lifelong taste preferences. But here's the good news. Adults can retrain their taste buds too. It just takes time and consistency. Within 2 to 4 weeks of reducing processed foods and sugar, your taste sensitivity increases. You start craving fresher foods, lighter flavors, and natural sweetness. Your gut bacteria also adapt to the foods you eat most often. When you reduce processed food and increase whole foods, your microbiome shifts toward bacteria that actually help regulate appetite and reduce cravings. It's one more reason these habits work from the inside out, not just at the surface level. When your taste shifts, your habits shift. And when your habits shift, your weight follows naturally. And this is where Japanese habits make a huge impact. They don't rely on willpower. They reshape how your body responds to food. Your fullness signals, your cravings, your energy, energy, and your metabolism. And when those things change, losing weight becomes easier, steadier, and more sustainable. That's also why this lifestyle leads to better health overall. Less processed food means better digestion. More movement means better heart health. Predictable meals mean better energy. And mindful eating means you actually enjoy your food. Imagine that. You don't need to be perfect, you just need to take one step at a time. Your body responds quickly when you give it consistency, calm, and real nourishment. If you found these Japanese habits inspiring, simple, and science-backed, feel free to try just one this week. Small steps add up faster than you think. And if you want more videos like this, practical, motivating, and grounded in real science, make sure to subscribe so you never miss the next one.